Ty did say that he wanted us to watch Forever, and
loved it.
Excellent.
Loved it.
Excellent. I'm mad
Yes, yes,
crying in the club watching this fucking
yes, yes.
so cute.
It's that good.
It's amazing.
All right, Ty, I'm gonna go ahead and let you drive this, man, because you were the one that put us on to Forever.
Oh man.
And you
Oh my
also
God.
were very, very adamant that all folks should at least give it the Anthony Movie Blog 8-minute test. And I mean, it's working. Like, just go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and take us out. Just go ahead and vibe. Just tell us what it is that y'all love so much about this oh so interesting, oh so original, oh so black, oh so lovely show that we call Forever.
Oh, the audio.
I don't know if it was something was coming.
Yeah.
But not Forever is, oh my God, it's just, it pays such homage to Black love.
Yeah.
And just the passion in which we love, and the way that when oh my gosh, it goes to the center of what I'm always talking about, which is, I love the perception of Black women and Black men when we focus on family, and when we focus on the things that make us special in nature. I think this right here goes to the core of that. When it comes down to just the reactions of, like, the mother, like, I think every Black mother, because I know my Black wife in particular is very conscious of this, for their son or daughter, is for their son or daughter to marry a Black woman or a Black man. That is a conscious decision that comes at the very core of motherhood and fatherhood. Of course, we love our kids and whatever decisions they make, and their we'll support them. But we all have our Black Keishas. That mean we want to, you know what I'm saying? We all get a little tickle when we like, oh, you like her, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think this is one of those stories that it shows you the levels of how love works. I think with Keisha and what is the young man's name? Because I just forgot it.
Justin.
Justin. With
Yeah.
Keisha and Justin specifically, Justin never really had a relationship until he met Keisha. And he loved her so exquisitely that it felt like he was, like, swarming her. But when you realize that this young man is just now really discovering what love is, and doesn't know, doesn't know what a relationship or what love or loving someone feels like. And then you watch the progressions between them, where it's one minute we're loving each other, one minute we at thing, but we still love each other, but we're at odds. And then we come to terms. We don't give up on each other, which a lot of it goes against the misnomers that are projected in society about Black relationships, right? According to I ain't gonna say his name, but there's a guy out there who may or may not own his own studio, who would have you believe that Black people can't get along, and Black women and Black men have nothing but animosity towards each other every opportunity that he sees fit to make a movie. But that would be false. That would be absolutely false. That is the narrative that one wants to sell. And I get it. But this movie is that fresh, look on what it is that that a Black relationship can look like and should look like. Not only between young Justin and Keisha, but Justin's parents, whom I love.
Yeah.
I absolutely why is it that I was watching Forever, and for those who don't know, I lost my pops at an early age. He got killed. And so I never really had a relationship with my father. But I was watching this show, and I was like, if I would have had a relationship with my father, or if I had an opportunity to get to know my father, I hope my father was like this man, because he was the version of a father that allows my son to grow and to become who he's going to become, but I give him just enough guidance to not be overbearing, but also for him to trust me when it comes time to trust me. There was so many things, man. I could go on and on and on, but I really want to hear from the ladies, because this is why I told them to watch it, and I just want to hear
Yeah.
what you guys thought.
Hold on. So let me go first, because um Justin, in his relationship with his parents, specifically his mom,
Mm.
I have this. I almost cried through most of this show, because watching Justin felt like I was watching an older version of my son. So my house is mostly neurodivergent, and both of my kids have ADHD. And so watching someone who looks like my son, behaves like my son, has similar learning differences was big. Like, to have that modeled in such a complex way was absolutely amazing. You see this kid who, yeah, he has these learning differences, but he is, he has love for his family. He's an amazing young man. Like, the morals and values that he holds and how he sticks to them no matter what, how honest he is, was just a breath of fresh air to watch on screen. I was heartbroken seeing the struggles between him and his mom, and seeing how you could tell his mom loves him, but she was so fearful. She was so fearful of what he she was too afraid to let go and see him become an independent person. She was afraid of what the world would do to him. And it was beautiful seeing how, even though she's struggling with it, you can see that her husband is trying to help her move past that, like, get over it to the point where he could become his own person. And seeing that at the end of the first season was just beautiful. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the second season, and see him really, like, figure out who he is now that he has that independence and that space to do it with music and whatnot. I love the relationship between Keisha and her mom, and the fact that she is this brilliant, beautiful girl, but she's terrified of giving her mom the honest truth, because she's so afraid of not meeting her mom's expectations, and so afraid of her mom's feelings of possibly doing the exact same thing that her mom did. And it was beautiful seeing her mom, even though after everything that happened, which was terrible and horrible, and I agree with mom and how she wanted to, like, someone needs to pay for something. I love the fact that she still gave her kids space to determine determine what was going to happen. Like, she gave it up to her kid. She let Keisha decide what was going to happen afterwards. And I don't think enough Black parents trust their kids enough to do that. And so it was, once again, great to see that modeled. Brilliant Black parenting all around. This was 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for that, Reg. Just thank you.
Yes, 100%.
I enjoyed it thoroughly too. I liked that there was representation about, like, multiple familial experiences, and it wasn't just every Black family environment is struggling in one way or another. It's just they're allowed to just be families, and they still show up for their kids, and their kids are still excelling in school. They're just young people who have to figure out who they are and how they want to move forward in life, and they're giving them the space to do that in a respectful way. But what was also true to most Black people's, parental experience, like, Justin's mom wasn't playing that, like, you know what I'm saying? But there was balance with with her husband, and he had to like interject a bunch of times to like make it clear, like, okay, you're saying you want this, but you're smothering him, and that's going to result in this. And then giving their son the space to do what felt right for him, and also leaving space for his autonomy to be able to say, like, you raised me to be a good person and to do this, so that's why I did this. And then also something that you rarely see on screen or otherwise, the mother taking responsibility and accountability for her own actions. There was a scene where she was like, yes, my initial reaction was to protect my son, so I didn't take her circumstances into consideration, but thank you for splashing water on my face. Like, thank you for bringing that to my attention, because a good person would keep her experience in mind, but I was just thinking of you first. A mom, like, apologizing for, I mean, sarcastically a little, but apologizing for having the wrong take, hearing her son's point of view, and then taking it into account and course correcting in real time. How often do we really see that like modeled in any type of media, honestly, for a Black family? I thought it was beautiful. Yeah, all the way down to like, them going to wherever they went for the summer and stuff like that.
Martha's
Yeah,
Vineyard.
Yeah.
difference in experience, but it wasn't like isolating, and it wasn't a situation where because Keisha didn't have that experience from her own family that anyone there put her down for it. It just was noted that it was a different experience, and there's two sides to everything. Like, oh, you want to be where the Black people are? They're over there. But they very much have their own space. We just do our thing how we do our thing. I'm like, yes, more of this in TV and media, period. Because everybody's experience isn't one note. Everybody's experience isn't negative, and it isn't always either or, because we all embrace each other's experience no matter what. So yeah, loved it. 10 out of 10.
One time for bad time with the good wreck. L, pull on up, homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, and I gotta say, what you said, I haven't finished it, which is why I took myself out, and I shouldn't have been presumptuous. I didn't know if you watched it or not. I just assumed maybe you hadn't had a chance. I don't know if y'all know, but Ant got like 100 jobs, like literally. I'm so surprised that he's here right now, but because he's like so busy. But yo, I didn't even. Sometimes, man, you gotta hear that thing. Like, all Black love is not based in trauma. Like, when you said something, I mean, I'm paraphrasing what you said, but man, that got me shaking right now, because I'm thinking about all of those other movies and shows that we've gotten, right? Yeah. And we're to the point where it started to become the norm, right? It started to become like, oh, you expect it. We've forgotten about the love that dark-skinned Philip Banks' wife was given to Philip Banks, organically and authentically, you know what I mean? And they didn't have to they were two successful motherfuckers in Bel-Air. One of my favorite parts about this show is the reality of the relationship aspects, especially between the mom, and when Ace Boogie from Paid in Full was like, yo, oh, you trying to meet up with a Black girl? Man, why you just say that?
Leave with that.
Lead with that next time, right? It's like, yo, just tell moms and show you. Like, yo, mom, my bad. I was just trying to meet up with Keisha. She was like, Keisha.
From JTD? Right. And he was like, I'm not manipulating you. And she was like, you are. You did a good job. I was like, come through, moms. Come through.
Even when I told Ty this too, one of my favorite parts of one of the first episodes was like, the dad and the mom was arguing, and the mom walked away. My dad was like, chill. She was like, fuck you, motherfucker, you chill. Like under her breath, like as a husband, we are at that moment. Like, you like, fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to pick that shit. It's so real. Like, to get into the weeds of the psyche of a husband in a Black, and also, Bree, you touched on this too, and Keisha, you as well. The fact that there is so many worlds colliding here. We have an athletic world colliding with the geek world. The dude's like, yo, I like anime and shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm weird though. I'm weird. And Ty, I think you knew that Yeah, you knew when he said that. You was like, oh, I gotta tell Vince about this because that's what he's like, yo, I'm into weird shit. I'm like, I'm weird. I'm the weird guy. You know what I'm saying? So like that, and then the successful athlete. I remember the program, starting quarterback. Like this dude pulled up with his mom in tow, right in their face, and they sitting there having a whole. And he was like the moment, and this is the last episode. This is why I got to get caught up. He's sitting there watching his girl that he's falling in love with, talking to the ex that put him through God knows what. Watch it. You got to watch it. I ain't gonna get all that away. I felt him.
We all did.
Yeah.
We all did.
Watching it, you could like the chest just the black hole just sucking all that energy out of you. And you could, and the mom gave the look like
that was it.
All I'm saying is, bro, and I know you got 1,000,001 things going on, but at one point, man, the 8-minute rule, the 8-minute test, you got to give it to. And look, I'll be the first one to take all the criticism for not running to shows where romance and love is the point, is the topic. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's not my jam all the time. But yo, you on point with this one, Ty.